You are watching Republic TV, and at 6:30 p.m. this Monday evening, Republic TV's associate editor Aditya Raj Kohl has accessed a tape from the event in the Aligarh Muslim University campus just before the JNU controversy went out of hand. There were clashes and Azadi slogans were raised. This event, called Convention Against State Excesses, organized by the Student Union of Aligarh Muslim University, happened on the 26th of April inside the campus. Human rights activist Gautam Navlakha and John Dayal were amongst the speakers at the event. In the tape that we're going to put out before you, you will hear how these people made a call for guns. Why are we showing this tape to you today? Because there's an eerie similarity with the JNU controversy, the same league of people, the same slogans and the same reason. Let's first play out that super exclusive tape for you.
आप ही के बीच में मनन वानी था, और मुझे याद है 2014 में उसने एक ऑर्गेनाइज किया था इसी कैनेडी हॉल में एक मीटिंग, जिसमें मैं भी मौजूद था। मेरी पहली बार और आखिरी बार मुलाकात मनन से वही हुई। मैं अपने आप से एक सवाल उठाता रहता हूं। वो ब्राइट स्टूडेंट, अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी का बहुत ब्राइट स्टूडेंट था, गुड ऑर्गेनाइजर, वेरी ब्राइट। आखिरकार क्या वजह है कि उसको बदनाम उठानी पड़ी? हम शुरू वहां से करें ना। क्यों उठानी पड़ी? क्यों उसको लगा कि उसके सिवा उसके लिए और कोई रास्ता नहीं है, और कोई रास्ता नहीं बचा है? It's a very sensitive boy, extremely bright, very intelligent. तो क्या, my point is कि अगर आप मनन वानी जैसे को भी मजबूर कर देते हैं कि उसके सामने और कोई रास्ता उसको नजर नहीं आता है, बंदूक उठाने के सिवा और लड़ने के सिवा, तो देन व्हाट यू टॉकिंग अबाउट? फिर मैं किस डेमोक्रेसी की आप बात कर रहे हैं? वो डेमोक्रेसी कश्मीर में तो नहीं थी, लेकिन किस डेमोक्रेसी की आप बात कर रहे हैं कि वो अलीगढ़ में पढ़ता था? कश्मीर में नहीं, अलीगढ़ में पढ़ता था। That his confidence, that he didn't get confident, he didn't get inspired, he didn't get influenced by developments here, मतलब हिंदुस्तान की डेमोक्रेसी भी उसको नापसंद रही। क्यों? He didn't feel inspired, he did not feel that there was any hope in fighting any other way than by picking up a gun if he has to work for Kashmir, isn't it? Yes. That means there is something wrong. There is something fundamentally wrong in this society and this country that we live in today, where you're compelling young people to think in terms of picking up weapons. So our journey should begin from that, by asking that when you force an entire people, ये सिलसिला 1980 से शुरू होने लगा था, जब लोगों के बीच में कश्मीर में ये सुगबुगाहट हुई कि अब ये रास्ते धीरे धीरे बंद हो रहे हैं। 40 साल तक पीसफुली लड़ते रहे ना, इलेक्शन का भी सोचा, सब कुछ, सब तमाम चीजें जो कर सकते थे। अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज प्रिवेंशन एक्ट का मनीषा ने जिक्र किया। 1967 में लाने के पहले उसकी हिस्ट्री को देखें तो आप समझ जाएंगे उसको लाने के पीछे जरूरत थी उनकी हिंदुस्तान हुकूमत की, जिससे कि वो प्लेबिसाइट फ्रंट को उस इलेक्शन से बाहर रखे। 1966-7 में उस एक्ट के पीछे यही तो वजह थी ना। अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज प्रिवेंशन एक्ट की हिस्ट्री में आप जाएं तो उसकी शुरुआत वहां से होती है। सो यू फोर्स द पीपल टू पिक अप द गन। लेकिन आप ताज्जुब की बात करें, और मुझे लगता है कि इसमें लोगों को फक्र भी महसूस करना चाहिए कि आज आर्मी चीफ 1 साल के बाद ऑपरेशन ऑल आउट शुरू हुआ मई 2017 में, यह कहकर कि हम बस खत्म कर देंगे मिलिटेंसी को। 200-300 लोग हैं, मिलिटेंट्स हैं, ये काफी हैं, इतनी बड़ी फौज है, 6 लाख की फौज हमारी उधर खड़ी हुई है, खत्म कर देंगे, इनका तो खात्मा हो जाएगा, मामूली चीज है। यही सोचा था ना, इसी तरह की बयानबाजी आ रही थी ना। आज वही आर्मी चीफ मिलिटेंट्स को कहता है आप हमें हरा नहीं सकते, लेकिन हम भी आपको हरा नहीं सकते। अब आप मेरे को ये चीज बताइए, जहां आर्मी चीफ इतना सब कुछ कह कर गए, जनवरी में जब वो आए थे, आर्मी का कमान संभाला, तो उन्होंने बड़े बड़े वादे किए थे हिंदुस्तानियों के साथ और वार्निंग दी थी कश्मीरियों को कि अगर तुमने आर्मी की, तुम बाहर आए, अगर तुमने मिलिटेंट्स का साथ दिया, तुमने फलाना किया, ढीका किया, तो तुम्हें ओवरग्राउंड वर्कर कहकर हम खत्म कर देंगे। और उसने तो यह भी कहा कि काश ये लोग बंदूक उठाते जिससे कि मैं इनको गोली से मार देता। ये सब कही थी ना, बड़े बड़े बयान दिए थे जनवरी में, आप लोगों को याद होगा ना, पिछले साल। आज वो कह रहे हैं कि ना हम आपको हरा सकते हैं, ना आप मुझे। ताज्जुब की बात।
We're calling it #call4gun tape, and we have our associate editor Aditya Raj Kaul joining us live from our Mumbai newsroom, and Snehesh Alex Philippa, deputy editor, joining us live from Delhi. Let's first take this across to Aditya. Aditya, the biggest problem with this tape and the contents of this tape is that its similarity to the kind of things that were said inside the JNU campus.
That's right, Krishna. You know, first come first, for the first time ever since the entire Aligarh Muslim University controversy broke out, Jinnah was not the original controversy. The original game plan was to, in fact, support the entire terror nexus, to support and defend Manan Wani, who was a student of the Aligarh Muslim University and later became a terrorist of the Hizbul Mujahideen. Let's remember that it was only in January 2018 that Manan Wani left the AMU. He was expelled from the AMU after he joined the Hizbul Mujahideen. And let's remember, Republic TV exclusively has accessed this video of an event that was organized on April 26th. And who other than Gautam Navlakha, who is a part of the Tukte gang, the entire pseudo-liberal lobby, which in fact defended Manan Wani. We played out that exclusive video, 5 minutes long, where he's continuously trying to abuse the Indian democracy, trying to defend Manan Wani and his actions that only speak of violence, terrorism and mayhem across the Kashmir Valley. He speaks about how there is no democracy at all in the Kashmir Valley and how Manan Wani is right in questioning and abusing the Indian democracy. So this is the reality of the violence and the drama that was unfolding in the Aligarh Muslim University. For the first time, Republic TV exposing the call for gun, the call for violence by Gautam Navlakha, the so-called human rights activist inside the Kennedy Hall auditorium of the Aligarh Muslim University. So where are the Tukde gang members? Where are the so-called people who were protesting in Delhi as well as the Aligarh Muslim University? Instead of condemning such violence, instead of condemning Manan Wani, they are trying to support Manan Wani. And there is a growing similarity of what we saw in Feb 2016 at JNU, the anti-India event that was organized by Omar Khalid and Kanayas of the world.
Right.
And now, yet again, Gautam Navlakha and people like John Dayal supporting Manan Wani and their terror acts in Kashmir.
And justifying those who pick up guns in the valley, Aditya, and justifying the fact that, they had a reason, and in fact, questioning and making comments about the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act as well, and the army and the army chief's statements as well.
Absolutely, Krishna. This particular event was organized only 3 weeks after the biggest anti-terror operation organized by the JNK police and the Indian Army in the Kashmir Valley. You would remember that at least 13 terrorists were gunned down. It was a historic operation never seen before in the last 3 decades in the Kashmir Valley. At a time when such a success was being seen by the Indian security forces in the Kashmir Valley, the anti-India lobby within India felt insecure, felt that there wasn't enough attention being drawn to the terrorists, to the support structure of the terrorists in the intelligentsia across India. And that's why, in fact, Gautam Navlakhas of the world came out in support. And let's remember, it wasn't a small event. It was organized by the Aligarh Muslim University Students Union, who we will be questioning in the evening today as well why such an event was organized. It was an anti-India event. India's democracy, Indian constitution were continuously being abused at such a platform. In fact, not just that, the Indian Army Chief, General Bipin Rawat, was also mocked by Gautam Navlakha. So who will explain that why such an event was organized, why
and
such
that
an open
too,
platform was given to Gautam Navlakha.
And Aditya, look at the timing. The timing is also just days, in the same days as the Jinnah portrait controversy broke out at the Aligarh Muslim University campus. The placement of the founder of Pakistan's portrait.
Absolutely. You know, the question is Jinnah the real controversy, or the real issue here is why give platform to anti-India elements? Do we really have to worship Jinnah, who created Pakistan, who in fact survived on dividing the two communities, Hindus and Muslims, across dividing the two nations? The question here is why in fact have violence and such kind of an atmosphere of animosity by certain sections inside the Aligarh Muslim University? And shouldn't all religions, all communities, the entire student bodies stand together to uphold India's constitution and in fact the national flag? And why give platform to such tukde gang and the anti-India elements who only abuse India and the great vibrant democracy that we uphold?
Right, and that is Aditya Rajkol, our associate editor, bringing us a hashtag call for gun tape. It's the big Republic super exclusive this Monday evening. You can log on to republicworld.com for more. You can post on Facebook with it, tweet with it as well. And we have some more breaking news coming in on the super exclusive. And in the tape that you heard, Gautam Navlakha made a statement against the Indian Army and the Army Chief. Now, he has said that the Army Chief said in 2017 that he will end terrorism, but he now says neither can terrorists beat the Army, nor can the Army beat terrorists. Sources in the Indian Army have responded to that, saying that as far as the particular statement of the Army Chief is concerned, it is in line with the approach of the government, which has also appointed an interlocutor. Army works under a specific mandate and is working splendidly with due regards to human rights and also respect to the law-abiding citizens. So we have Snehesh, Alex, Philip joining us with that breaking news update on Republic TV Super Exclusive. Snehesh, over to you.
Well, Krishna, what we've learned from our top source in the army is that the statement of the Army Chief that he made on April 15th in New Delhi has been completely misinterpreted by this particular individual. At no point did the Army Chief say that, the army cannot win. Remember that what the Army Chief said is that, the answer does not lie through the barrel of the gun. But remember that the army works under a specific mandate, and the mandate is to ensure that whoever raises an arm against the state is taken into account. And that's exactly what the Indian Army has done since the launch of Operation All Out. Remember, since the Operation of All Out, nearly 270 terrorists have been neutralized in Jammu and Kashmir. And as far as Army Chief's statement is concerned regarding treating stone pelters as OGW and taking on stone pelters, sources in the army insist that there is no dilution in the army's stand. This story comes just a day after 5 more terrorists, including Saddam Padar, a top HM terrorist, was shot dead in the valley by the Indian Army. So as far as the army is concerned, this sustained operation goes on. But remember, the government is following a two approach when it comes to Jammu and Kashmir. The government has appointed an interlocutor to speak to various sections of the Kashmiri society and to come out with a set of possible solutions. At the same time, the army has a different role altogether, and the army is doing its role in a most perfect way possible by neutralizing and arresting record number of terrorists. Back to you, Krishna.
Snehesh, Alex, Philip there joining us with that breaking news update on hashtag call for gun tape. Aditya Rajkol is with us. He is the guy who got us that tape from the Aligarh Muslim University in which, Aditya, the statement is that the youth were compelled to take to guns. That's a justification for taking up of arms, at the same time calling out Kashmir for its lack of democracy. If you can justify, somebody taking up arms, how can then you ask for democracy?
That's right, Krishna. That's a very pertinent question that you're asking. For the first time here on Republic TV, we are exposing a gigantic conspiracy to split India. There were similar tremors and similar, organization that in fact organized the event on Feb 9, 2016 inside the Jawaharlal Nehru University campus. It was a massive controversy in which several people were arrested. They were later released on bail, but the investigation is still carrying forward. The question is, why in fact give platform in such reputed universities to anti-India elements, including Gautam Navlakha, who only talk about secession, who only talk about the so-called excesses of the Indian state. Remember, the title of this particular event was Convention Against State Atrocities, Against State Excesses, and not just Gautam Navlakha, but Naima Hamid, John Dayal, Colin Gonsalves, and several other such so-called prominent human rights activists and lawyers also participated in this event. The question that we are asking repeatedly is, why give such a platform? And isn't the Aligarh Muslim University entire conspiracy of the Tukde Tukde gang now being completely exposed? The common man on the streets of India now understands what the reality really was. On 26th of April this year, this event is organized in which a call for the gun is given. Let's remember that the Indian Army and the JNK police have achieved significant success. Samir Tiger, Saddam Patel, the topmost commanders of the Hizbul Mujahideen, have been eliminated in the last 5 days alone. So at a time when such a massive success is being seen by the Indian government and the Indian security agencies, people like Gautam Navlakha are nervous. And that's why such events are being organized to instigate violence, to instigate the call for gun against India and against India's vibrant democracy.
Aditya, stay with us. Snehesh, stay with us. It's time now to quickly listen in to that exclusive tape that Aditya got access to.
आप ही के बीच में मनन वानी था, और मुझे याद है 2014 में उसने एक ऑर्गेनाइज किया था इसी कैनेडी हॉल में एक मीटिंग, जिसमें मैं भी मौजूद था। मेरी पहली बार और आखिरी बार मुलाकात मनन से वही हुई। मैं अपने आप से एक सवाल उठाता रहता हूं। वो जो ब्राइट स्टूडेंट, अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी का बहुत ब्राइट स्टूडेंट था, गुड ऑर्गेनाइजर, वेरी ब्राइट। आखिरकार क्या वजह है कि उसको बदनाम उठानी पड़ी? हम शुरू वहां से करें ना, क्यों उठानी पड़ी? क्यों उसको लगा कि उसके सिवा उसके लिए और कोई रास्ता नहीं है, और कोई रास्ता नहीं बचा है? It's a very sensitive boy, extremely bright, very intelligent. तो क्या, my question, my point is कि अगर आप मनन वानी जैसे को भी मजबूर कर देते हैं कि उसके सामने और कोई रास्ता उसको नजर नहीं आता है, बंदूक उठाने के सिवा और लड़ने के सिवा, तो देन व्हाट यू टॉकिंग अबाउट? फिर मैं किस डेमोक्रेसी की आप बात कर रहे हैं? वो डेमोक्रेसी कश्मीर में तो नहीं थी, लेकिन किस डेमोक्रेसी की आप बात कर रहे हैं कि वो अलीगढ़ में पढ़ता था? कश्मीर में नहीं, अलीगढ़ में पढ़ता था। That his confidence, that he didn't get confident, he didn't get inspired, he didn't get influenced by developments here, मतलब हिंदुस्तान की डेमोक्रेसी भी उसको नापसंद रही। क्यों? He didn't feel inspired, he did not feel that there was any hope in fighting any other way than by picking up a gun if he has to work for Kashmir. Isn't it? That means there is something wrong. There is something fundamentally wrong in this society and this country that we live in today, where you're compelling young people to think in terms of picking up weapons. So our journey should begin from that, by asking that when you force an entire people, ये सिलसिला 1980 से शुरू होने लगा था, जब लोगों के बीच में कश्मीर में ये सुगबुगाहट हुई कि अब ये रास्ते धीरे धीरे बंद हो रहे हैं। 40 साल तक पीसफुली लड़ते रहे ना, इलेक्शन का भी सोचा, सब कुछ, सब तमाम चीजें जो कर सकते थे। अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज प्रिवेंशन एक्ट का मनीषा ने जिक्र किया, 1967 में लाने के पहले उसकी हिस्ट्री को देखे तो आप समझ जाएंगे उसको लाने के पीछे जरूरत थी उनकी हिंदुस्तान हुकूमत की, जिससे कि वो प्लेबिसाइट फ्रंट को उस इलेक्शन से बाहर रखे। 1966-7 में उस एक्ट के पीछे यही तो वजह थी ना। अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटीज प्रिवेंशन एक्ट की हिस्ट्री में आ जाए तो उसकी शुरुआत वहां से होती है। सो यू फोर्स द पीपल टू पिक अप द गन। लेकिन आप ताज्जुब की बात है, और मुझे लगता है कि इसमें लोगों को फख्र भी महसूस करना चाहिए कि आज आर्मी चीफ 1 साल के बाद ऑपरेशन ऑल आउट शुरू हुआ मई 2017 में, यह कहकर कि हम बस खत्म कर देंगे मिलिटेंसी को। 200-300 लोग हैं, मिलिटेंट्स हैं, ये काफी हैं, इतनी बड़ी फौज है, 6 लाख की फौज हमारी उधर खड़ी हुई है, खत्म कर देंगे, इनका तो खात्मा हो जाएगा, मामूली चीज है। ये सोचा था ना, इसी तरह की बयानबाजी आ रही थी ना। आज वही आर्मी चीफ मिलिटेंट्स को कहता है आप हमें हरा नहीं सकते, लेकिन हम भी आपको हरा नहीं सकते। अब आप मेरे को ये चीज बताइए, जहां आर्मी चीफ इतना सब कुछ कह कर गए, जनवरी में जब वो आए थे आर्मी का कमान संभाला तो उन्होंने बड़े बड़े वादे किए थे हिंदुस्तानियों के साथ और वार्निंग दी थी कश्मीरियों को कि अगर तुमने आर्मी की तुम बाहर आए, अगर तुमने मिलिटेंट्स का साथ दिया, तुमने फलाना किया, ढीका किया, तो तुम्हें ओवरग्राउंड वर्कर कहकर हम खत्म कर देंगे। और उसने तो ये भी कहा कि काश ये लोग बंदूक उठाते जिससे कि मैं इनको गोली से मार देता। ये सब कही थी ना, बड़े बड़े बयान दिए थे जनवरी में, आप लोगों को याद होगा ना, पिछले साल। आज वो कह रहे हैं कि ना हम आपको हरा सकते हैं, ना आप मुझे। ताज्जुब की बात।
And we have Aditya Rajkol, our associate editor, who brought us that tape, continuing to join us live on this broadcast. We're calling it #call for gun tape. Post on Facebook with it, tweet with it, log on to republicworld.com for all the latest. We also have Snesh, Alex Phillip, our deputy editor, joining us on this broadcast. Aditya, what it essentially began with is a justification for a research scholar at Aligarh Muslim University who eventually went on to become a Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist. Manan Wani is who is being justified, saying that, you know, look at us, there's something fundamentally wrong with us. Nothing can justify anybody taking up arms.
Mark the words of Gautam Navlakha, Krishna. Gautam Navlakha repeatedly says there's something wrong. There's something wrong fundamentally with our society, our country. He is questioning India's constitution. He is questioning India's democracy. He is questioning the very state which has given him bread and butter and in fact an apartment in South Delhi. So he stays in South Delhi. He has all the privileges in the world, but still he continues to abuse India. And this is the same Tukre gang, Krishna, which has abused India ever since Feb 2016 when that anti-India event was organized inside Delhi's prestigious JNU. Unfortunately, at that time as well, they continuously defended it. We will be in fact questioning Gautam Navlakha and several others, including John Dayal, Hamir Nameer and several others who were involved in this entire controversy. The question is that this is the same conspiracy to divide India, to split India continuously on basically religious lines and also secession. These are the same people who have acted like sympathizers of the JNK separatists, the Hurriyat conference and others, and have defended Manan Wani. The important part here in the entire 5-minute video, Krishna, is that Manan Wani, the student of Aligarh Muslim University who was expelled after he joined the terror group Hizbul Mujahideen funded by Pakistan, is being defended by Gautam Navlakha. He continuously says he's a bright student, he's a well organizer, he's such a bright guy.
Right.
Who forced him to pick up the gun? He blames India, and that's what is problematic here. Gautam Navlakha needs to come up with an explanation.
Right.
What about the Tukde gang, and what is the government really going to do about it?
Right, Aditya and Snesh, stay with us. Republic TV's Nalini Sharma spoke to Gautam Navlakha, the man you heard making a call for guns on the 26th of April at the event inside Aligarh Muslim University campus. He didn't give specific answers. Take a look at this.
There was a convention that you attended in Aligarh Muslim University recently. So there were some statements made while you were speaking on that regarding Manan Wani. I was just...
Okay, and it's Republic TV, Arnab Goswami. He's a very dear friend of mine. So please tell him to go ahead and do whatever he wants to, okay?
So,
Thank you for calling.
I was just wondering if you could just clarify regarding the...
Right, and with that, it is time for a short breather here on the news on Republic TV. But lots more coming up on #call for gun tape on the other side. Don't go anywhere.